Welcome to How to Start a Landscaping Company workshop. My name is Derry Walker. I'm attending Professor Dr. Angela Patrick's class 2017 at Texas A&M University. My first point I would like to start out with would be your lawn business startup costs. Pretty much before you start your company, it is essential that you have a fairly accurate idea of your startup costs, which means pretty much you need to do some research, find out what are the local costs in your area, find out different pricings for lawnmowers, trimmers, your truck. You have all those kind of expenses that you have to take in consideration. Also, instead of buying a lot of equipment at first, you can start off with just the essentials and pick up more equipment as your profits increase. Pretty much, I'm a self-employed entrepreneur myself. I've been in business for about 7, 8 years. When I first started out, I bought used equipment pretty much to save money. That was part of my budgeting of what I did and what I chose to do because I didn't want to start out in debt pretty much. You can also lease, but with leasing, you're starting off in debt, which you're already going to be in debt regardless from buying all your other equipment also, and especially if you have to hire someone to help you. So what I did was buy like one of each. I bought one lawnmower, bought one trimmer, one weed eater, and a blower, and rakes and trash bags, etc. Also, buying quality secondhand equipment is also another way to reduce your setup costs and lower your risk. Pretty much, even though you're buying used equipment, you can make sure that it still is name brand, pretty much. Like Echo, you have Husqvarna, you have brands like that that are top of the line. And if you go to a regular store and buy those, yes, you'll be paying a more expensive price, but the quality that you're going to get for that equipment is going to be worth paying for it in the long run because it's going to last you a lot longer. It's going to be able to put up with a lot more stress than if you get equipment that is not name brand and that's like a replica and is not don't have a lot of good reviews. Some of your typical lawn care business startup costs would include your transportation. One major initial cost that you will be facing would be your transportation. That could be a truck, it can be a SUV, it can be a car, whatever in your financial means that you're able to afford without putting yourself in financial jeopardy starting out as an entrepreneur. Because pretty much entrepreneurs will be using your own money. You're going to be funding your own business pretty much unless you go out and ask for a loan. So with my transportation, I always try to stay within $2,500 and below. I think you can find a reasonable truck or transportation to be able to haul a trailer when you start making money, because you're going to need a trailer to be able to get you a riding lawnmower and therefore to better your business. It also betters the quality of your work. Also, your equipment. The basic starting equipment, like I said in the previous slide, it includes a lawnmower, mulching bags, and an edger. Pretty much you don't have to go out and buy everything brand new like I stated before. You can look online. You can look on, there's different apps like Let Go. You have OfferUp. Those apps offer different landscaping equipment that other people may not need anymore, or may have just went out and bought some new equipment, and maybe their equipment didn't work, and maybe it was just a simple fix. Maybe a gas line, or maybe a throttle cable, or something simple as a flat tire. And you can get those items for a little bit of nothing. So I always try to stay around that area when I'm first starting out. And so that's what I would recommend. Your professional And licensing cost. Pretty much, you need to establish a legal business structure such as a sole proprietorship or a limited liability company. You will also need to apply for a business license. Um, with landscaping, keep in mind it is still a taxable service. So when you are giving your prices, remember to include your taxes. With that being said, when you are speaking with a customer, you don't need to say, I'll be charging $40 for this yard plus tax. It's just you usually round up to the nearest whole number, which would be $40, and then you would just include your taxes in that, and you would put that aside for your tax purposes because you will be a legal business. If you're by yourself and you don't plan on hiring any employees, then that's when you register your company as a sole proprietorship, and that's when you pretty much you put everything in the business name, and then you go and you register online at www.rs.gov.com, and you can get your EIN number, a federal EIN number, which that is with the number that you will use when you give companies or businesses your when you go to fill out your W-9 paperwork. That's the number that you put on your W-9 information for the IRS to know that you are doing business as a landscaper in whatever state that you're in. Marketing. Also, with your startup costs, you will have to market yourself. With that being said, to get started right away, you should look into establishing a brand for your lawn business right away and have a logo designed. Other initial costs would include business cards and other marketing materials such as flyers. When I first started out, I got business cards made. One resource that I used was Vistaprint.com. They always give you deals on business cards, and you can get like 100 business cards for like $5 or some change, which I thought was very profitable. I think if you hand out 10 business cards, at least 2 to 3 people will call you back. Everyone won't call you back, but for the price that you're paying for the cards, that you get 1 or 2 customers that pay for your business cards on the next go around, and you'll also be gaining new customers and filling up your client base in that area that you're in. I like to get a business T-shirts made, being that you would be outside doing landscaping. You can get short sleeve, long sleeve, but that way you put your business logo on it and your names and your phone number, so that when you're out, even if you're shopping or doing the business and someone rides by and see you, they can say, hey, they can see your business name on your shirt. They can see your phone number, and you may not even know because you're working that someone has taken your number down and your business name down. And when they get home and speak with their significant other, then they may give you a call and ask you to come out to give them an estimate. And that's a way up, the way that you can market also by getting it on your clothing and in your business attire. Some miscellaneous costs that you might come across when you're starting up your business, because costs are always often subject to change. Having a good understanding of the costs that you will have to cover will help you to write a more accurate business plan for your lawn care business. Pretty much, with that being said, is every day costs could change. Gas is going up, so therefore you may have to go up on your pricing for cutting a particular lawn. You may have a breakdown of flat tire or something around that nature on your lawnmower equipment, and then you have to go get it repaired. Repairs can range from $5 all the way up to $100, or maybe even more, depending on what kind of mower you have, what kind of equipment you have, depending on what happened to that particular part that has broke on your equipment. Then you have to pay for the labor costs if you have to drop it off at the shop, or in the labor time. So those repairs can get expensive. You have your vehicle costs, which you got gas. That can change, like I just mentioned, because every week or each day, you have fluctuation in gas prices. One of the common reasons for failure in this industry, as far as doing landscaping and starting a landscaping business, is the lack of funding to stay in business. That's one of the main important key factors of being an entrepreneur. You need to make sure you have cushion. Make sure you have some money put back in order to stay in business, because you are going to be financing your own business as an entrepreneur. You are a sole proprietor, so you have to have that cushion in case something happens. Versus if you have a business partner, you have two people to help. Um, when I started mine, like I said, that's why I started out with not new equipment. I started out with used equipment until I was able to start making money. Um, I don't think as an entrepreneur you start making money, start a business until after your 6 months to a year. Then you start seeing profit, because everything that you make that first year pretty much is going to be going back to what you initially started up as your startup cost. You're going to be making that back. So really, you're not going to see any money in the beginning, but you'll be getting customers, and you'll be adding more clientele to your workbook, per se. So yes, money is very, very important when you want to start up your own business and you want to stay in business, because there's always competition. And that's another thing that you need to take in consideration, is your competition when you're doing your pricing also. So all that is very, very important when starting up a landscaping business. Successful business owners, they reduce their risk by proceeding cautiously and making sure that they understand all of the costs and expenses that are necessary to start their business and grow it successfully. Pretty much, successful business owners do their own research. You go out, like I said before, and you price different areas. You price what other landscapers are charging. So you know if you will be able to withstand that and be able to still live and maintain a profitable life with your business, and also your family. And understand that things do come up. You will have some pitfalls. You will have some rocks to climb over. That entrepreneurship is not easy, and that you have to have a strong mind frame, and you have to have a good drive, and you have to have a good ego to stay in business, and you have to have an understanding, and you have to have the knowledge to know to when to listen, because some people you have other businesses that you can talk to that will be more than happy to talk to you and give you all the knowledge and nuggets that you need to succeed as being an entrepreneur in this particular industry, which we're speaking of landscaping and starting a business of landscaping. Um, Pretty much, you go into it cautiously, knowing that it may work for you and it may not work for you, because it's all a risk. Entrepreneurship is a risk, and if you don't make the correct decisions, it could come back to haunt you in the end. Because, like I said, you're pretty much you're your own boss, and if you don't have that drive to do what you need to do, to get up in the mornings and go to work to market your business, to let people know in other businesses know that, hey, I'm out here. I'm trying to start a business. I'm going to be doing landscaping. I have competitive rates, and I give good quality work. And you let your work show for itself, and you'll be successful as being an entrepreneur, and your business will grow successfully because you have that understanding, and you know that things can happen, and things can change on a day by day basis, because this is a growing society, and nothing is at a standstill at the moment. That you have to be ready for change, and change always occurs in the business of landscaping, and that's part of starting up your landscaping business. At the moment, we'll take a little pause while I get the next video ready. Thank you.